Okay, so now we're on to day 2 in the recipe. So it says to preheat the oven to 375 degrees, which I have just done. You want to turn the oven temperature to the right, okay, until it gets to 375. While it's preheating, we're going to start to roll out our cookie dough. So after it's been chilled overnight, or for 2 hours, you're going to unwrap the wax paper, and you're going to place the sugar cookie dough onto our mat. From this part in the recipe, if you notice that the dough is a little sticky, you can add a little bit of flour onto the mat and the rolling pin. So I'm just going to take a spoonful of flour, sprinkle it on the mat, and I'm going to roll the rolling pin, cover it a little bit, because I feel like this is a little sticky. So from here, I'm going to take the rolling pin, place it right in the center of my dough, press down, I'm going to roll it out. When you're rolling out your sugar cookies, you want to go in the north, south, east, and west direction, and right from the center. Okay, so again, north, south, east, and west. You want to make sure that you don't roll out the sugar cookies too thin. You want them 1/4 of an inch in thickness. If you could see from this mat, okay, that's about 1/4 of an inch. Okay, from this point, you're going to take a cookie cutter. You want to put a little bit of flour on the cookie cutter to prevent the dough from sticking to the cookie cutter. And I'm going to start around the edges and cut out my shapes. Today I'm going to be using a star. So I'm going to press down and turn. I'm going to pop the cookie shape out. I'm going to put it on my cookie sheet, on an ungreased cooking sheet. We don't need any parchment paper for this recipe, and we don't need to spray the pan at all. It's just going to go directly on the baking sheet. Here I go again. So I'm going to press down, cut the star shape, and I'm going to place the cookie about 1 inch apart from the last star. Push down and turn, cut it out, another 1 inch apart, press down, turn. I'm going to continue to do this until I used up all of the cookie dough. Once I get to this point, okay, for example, here's another star, and I can't quite fit another star, I'm going to collect all of this excess dough, squeeze it together, make it into a ball. I'm going to roll it out again and repeat those steps. So here we have all of our cookies cut out into our star shape, and we've placed them all at least 1 inch apart on the ungreased cookie sheet. In the recipe it says that it's optional to sprinkle some decorating crystals on the cookies. Today we used red and green crystals. It's totally up to you. It's optional. Once you have the cookies on the baking sheet, it's time to bake. So I'm going to walk these over to the oven. Put both of my oven mitts on. Staying to the side, I'm going to pull out the rack, and I'm going to place both cookie sheets inside the oven. Close the oven door, and we're going to set the timer for 10 minutes. So hit timer on, plus sign to 10, and we're going to let it bake. Okay, so let's check on our sugar cookies. 10 minutes is up. I'm going to hit the timer button, and I'm going to check and see if they are light brown around the edges. Okay, so that's one set. So just notice the light brown coloration around the edges of the stars. Let's turn the tray. I'm going to turn the oven off. And now we're going to transfer the cookies from the cookie sheet onto the cooling racks. I highly recommend you use the oven mitts whenever you are handling the hot cookie sheets. Okay, I also have some wax paper underneath the cooling racks, just in case any cookie crumbs land. They're going to land on the wax paper and not on the counter. Again, we're trying to save time with the cleanup. I'm going to use the spatula and lift up all of our cookies, and we'll let them cool. Once I have all of these cookies done, you can enjoy these delicious sugar cookies.